Hello everyone. In this video, I am going over the activity Clean Up the Yard, which is one in which I'm introducing a few tools, including the spot healing brush and the healing brush, to show you how you can remove something from a picture when there's something else nearby or surrounding that thing that all looks the same. In this case, it would be grass. So the first thing you guys need to do is download a picture, whether it's the Clean Up the Yard 1 or Clean Up the Yard 2 from Google Classroom and open it in either Photoshop or Photopea. And you also have the option, of course, of using your own photo if you have a photo that has like some sort of garbage on a lawn in it. So in this case, I have these two guys that are picking up trash, and we want to make it so there's less stuff for them to pick up. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, use the zoom to zoom in a little bit and see a little bit better what I'm looking at. And the next thing I'm going to do is go over here to the spot healing brush, and I'm going to just paint over one of these things and show you what happened. This is just the start. So I kind of painted over it. Now it looks a little bit weird there. I'm going to Control Z that. It looked kind of like flattened out. So instead I'm going to use the regular healing brush. And it's going to do this if you try to start painting with it. It's going to have Alt-click to define a source point to be used to repair the image. Now the regular spot healing brush just takes whatever's surrounding your cursor immediately. So if I click, it's just going to take that. And in this case, it works. If it's something like skin or something where there's not a lot of variation, then it works. But in something like this, where the grass doesn't necessarily all match up in different places, it's going to be better to use the regular healing brush. And the way it works is if you hold down the Alt key somewhere and click. So in this case, we want to find something that matches what we think it should look like in that area. So I'm going to choose this grass over here, and then you just click and drag over it. Now, if you get a little ahead of yourself and you keep moving, it's just going to color over everything that you've done, and you might end up coloring with some stuff that's unwanted. So be careful, just do a little bit at a time with this. And so what we want to do for this task is remove all the unwanted stuff and replace it with nearby grass. And so in a sense, each time I'm holding down Alt again and clicking. Every time you see that little gun sight looking icon, or cursor, you know that I am holding down Alt on my keyboard, and then I just click and paint after that. So, and sometimes it's good to sample from other places. That way you don't have something like this where you can see kind of a repeat. If I were looking closely, I might notice that and say, oh, this person definitely doctored this picture. The whole idea is that we want to lie. We want to lie more effectively. So anyways, that's how this tool works and how to complete the task. Keep on going until you have all the garbage cleaned from this lawn. And once you're done, go ahead and save your work. Notice there's some big chunks here, and there's also some watermarks in this picture because I did steal this from online. But the more I color over this, the more clean this lawn becomes. So there you go. When you're all done, go to File, Save As, and put it in your Documents folder and upload it to Classroom. Now, if you're working with Photopea, we get into Photopea again. File, Open, and I need to locate my file. where was it? Clean up the yard 1. I'll just pull that up again. You do have access to the same tools. If you go to the where we had the red eye tool, it's that family of brushes. You got spot healing brush and healing brush. And again, I can use the Alt to click and sample something and then paint over it another spot. Paint over with that thing. And so the more and more I do this, the more trash is removed from the picture. I can also resize the cursor by using the left and right brackets on the keyboard. So I made my brush a little bigger. You can do that in Photoshop as well. And each time I'm pressing Alt and then Alt while I click, and then I go to the place I want to paint to, and it just samples from the one and moves it to the other. So I almost have this lawn pretty clean here. I can even get rid of like these really bad spots in the lawn similarly. So it kind of, as you can see, it clones it but also blends it. The clone stamp tool works similarly, except it doesn't blend it. And we don't really use the clone stamp as much when you're doing this kind of task, just because, you know, it doesn't really blend it. I mean, it literally is just making a copy of it wherever I paint. So that is the healing brush, and that is how to complete the clean up the yard task. Now, I'm not done with this, but I'm done with it in terms of this video. So go ahead and make sure you finish cleaning up all the trash. And when you're done, go to File, Save as PSD. It'll go in your downloads, upload it from there to Classroom, and turn it in, and you're done. Now, if you're using your own photo, make sure you upload both your original photo for a before and your edited photo for an after. And that's that.